Hey guys, Paul from Ultimate Fat Burner here. Today we're asking the question, are fat burners worth it? Are they worth buying? Are they worth investigating? Are they worth your cold, hard cash? Now, believe it or not, those questions are not as easy to answer as you might think, but I'm going to answer all those questions in just 10 short seconds. Stick around, I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. To answer the question, are fat burners worth it, we need to define what your expectations are, because what makes a fat burner worth it to you might not make it worthwhile for someone else and vice versa. So let me explain what I mean by that. If your expectations are to achieve the results promised by a product's advertising claims without having to change your diet or do any exercise, then I can say without a doubt that fat burners are definitely not worth it. If that's what you expect, don't waste your money. It's not going to make me popular, but that's the truth. You see, 99% of the time, the claims made for fat burners and over-the-counter weight loss supplements are not anywhere near reflective of reality. And the reason why manufacturers can get away with this is because of the extremely loose regulations governing the sale of nutritional supplements and relatively little oversight by seriously understaffed regulatory agencies. Now, having said that, if your expectations are somewhat different, then a fat burner might be worth it to you. Now, I don't know if you know me and my website, Ultimate Fat Burner, but we've been reviewing fat burners online for over 15 years. We've reviewed hundreds and hundreds of products and heard from thousands of people over the years, and I can tell you this with complete confidence. Many people, I'd say the majority, find that fat burners are worth it, even if they don't achieve anywhere near the results advertised. Well, why? Well, to be fair, the products themselves do help, right? They provide a boost of energy. They help suppress your appetite. They balance blood sugar levels and reduce cravings, and they can help drive away the brain fog that sometimes comes with dieting. Now, personally, I think the biggest benefit is psychological, and I don't mean that in a bad way or a negative way. So let me explain what I mean. When most people buy a weight loss product, they are essentially putting some skin in the game. In other words, they're making a concrete commitment to losing weight by laying out some cold, hard cash. In other words, they've stopped talking and started doing. So they're committed, right? And every time you take your daily dose, whether that's once or twice or 3 times a day, you're making both a conscious and a subconscious recommitment. Yes, the actual physical act of taking those pills every day, you're making a conscious and subconscious recommitment to your weight loss goals, whether you are aware of it or not. So what happens when people start taking a fat burner? Well, they start eating better. Most people realize that you can't eat whatever you want and still lose weight, so they change their diets a bit. They stop drinking pop and soda and high-calorie specialty coffees. They cut out the late-night snacks of salty food, and they start going to the gym again, or they make a commitment to walk for 30 to 40 minutes 3 to 5 times per week, or whatever. In other words, they start doing all the stuff you need to do to lose weight. And of course, they do. They lose weight. So the $10,000 question is, how much of their success can be attributed to the product they are taking? That's going to vary from person to person based on how much each person feels they benefit from the extra energy, reduced cravings, lowered blood sugar that these products can offer. But my guess is the majority of the weight you lose is going to be the result of your own hard work and not the fat burner itself. So let's get back to the question. Come full circle, ask the question, are fat burners worth it? Well, if it's costing you $1 per day or so for these benefits, and it does provide the motivation necessary for you to lose weight, even if you're responsible for the majority of the results yourself, then maybe it is worth it. Ultimately, it's your decision. One thing I would say though is not all products are created equal. Some products are not worth it at any price, and some products are simply too overpriced to be bothered with. For instance, there are a lot of products that are sold only online that list for like $69.99 per bottle and up. There's no fat burner on the planet that's worth this much money. The reason why these products are priced so high is so that the retailers can pay a big commission to their partners for promoting the product, not because of a cutting-edge formula that took decades in a lab to develop. Okay guys, I really hope that helped. For those of you who have used fat burners, I encourage you to leave your feedback below on whether or not you thought they were worth it, not just for my benefit, but for other viewers as well, who will also find your comments really helpful. If you want to learn more about fat burners and read our reviews, I welcome you to check out UltimateFatBurner.com. And I'd absolutely love it if you'd subscribe to this channel or give us a thumbs up. That would be really awesome, and it would really help me out. We've got all kinds of other videos too. Please do check them out if you have a minute. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in another video really soon.